Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Slips and Picks, the greatest gambling show in recent history. Today, if you're joining us for the first time, I'm going to give you a little bit of a breakdown about what we're going to be talking about today. We're talking about our buy and sell segment. That's going to be Bengals, Niners, Rams, Cowboys, Jags, Steelers, Eagles, and Commanders. After that, we're going to go into a couple of parlays where we put team favorites together and make those plus odds for you, and then go into player props. Following that, we're going to hit our pump or dump segment, talking about overs and unders, followed up by the Underdog, and obviously at the end of the show, we'll be hitting Monday Night Football. We are so happy to have you. We are so glad you joined us. Welcome to Slips and Picks.
Bussin with the Boys presents Slips and Picks 500. Led by retired Diamond Level Network marketer, Chet Savage. Money Interpreter of the Year runner-up, William Gekko. Theodore the Mule Jenkins with diversity and failing college dropouts who get no hose. The interns. You're watching the S&P 500, not the stock market one.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Slips and Picks. I am your host, Chet Savage. To my left is Willie Gekko, and to the left of him is Theodore Mule Jenkins. Before we get into the show today, before we do our buy or sell segment, we're going to have the interns look back at what happened last week.
Fellas, thank you. We're back here in the closet for the recap of week 7. Some good things and some bad things to note on. Good things, Willie Gekko, 9-5 on the week. His best record so far of the year. Impressive. Props to him. The Mule, 7-8. Not like the Mule, but you can't win every single week. And the most disappointing factor of this past week was that Chet went 5-9. And typically, we would be pretty upset with him. He'd be earning a spot on the enemy list for probably 2 weeks. But it's like your dad says, man, we're not mad, we're just disappointed. Back to you guys.
I want to personally apologize to the interns. It's one thing if they come at me. I can fight that, I can bat that, but when you disappoint somebody, it hurts that much more. It was a tough week for me, going 5-9. After speaking pretty nasty to you, I actually was thinking about texting you about going to Bad Picks Anonymous. And I ended up not doing it. Because like you were saying before the show, it's a marathon, not a race. You want to talk about your week? You were the big winner this week.
I think the league is built for 50%. We're all sitting above 50%. Mule, he's still the king.
The king.
He's still the man sitting on the throne right now. But yeah, you know, a little humble pie, but it's all good. When you go to, what was it, Gamblers Anonymous?
Yeah.
They teach you the very thing that discourages you is the thing that can develop you with the right mental, with the right mentality, as long as you manage your emotions and stay focused. I'm excited to see you bounce back. I think it's a tough stat being 3-14 in games of the week over the last 4 weeks, but I think this week is a week.
That is tough. It has really been 1-3 every single week.
Positive, man. You're very positive.
That was nice.
Yeah, we got to get this thing pushing forward. We got to keep the boys moving forward.
Because do you remember how the show ended last week?
Yeah, I checked your tag. You're wearing a different shirt this week.
I did. Yeah. Even that same shirt, that shirt from last week was in my closet. I looked, I was like, it's a great shirt. But I'm not going to wear that shirt this week.
But it's bitch made. That's a 1-3 shirt. It's a 1-3 shirt.
It's a 1-3 shirt.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure this shirt went 1-3 too in the picks.
Take it off.
We're going to be all right. We're going to make it work. We're going to make it work this week. Mule, buddy, you've been sitting on top of the mountain for a minute, dude. How's it feel up there? What's the climate like? Talk to us.
Bada bing, bada boom. You dig? Me and my associates, we get units. I know I didn't go too great this week, but I got a cousin Benny. We're going to get it right.
You had a losing record last week. You still talking like you are him.
I am him.
He's still at 59%.
He's at 59%. Well, that's all we
That's
worry
59%
about.
on the season, but now we're getting in crunch time. Now we're getting in the back half of October, November, December.
I got a cousin Benny.
You got to get out of the club. You got to stop getting bottle service every weekend.
I got a cousin Benny.
How tall is cousin Benny?
He's a little shorter than Will, 5'5".
A little short.
Let's jump into our, what a perfect transition. Let's jump into our buy or sell segment. The first game we're going to look at is the Bengals. They are playing the Niners at the Niners. The Niners are favored at -5.5 right now. Who wants to start, boys? I know there's a lot of time we're getting a little nervous about starting. Let's start with you, Gekko.
Okay.
How are you feeling?
Okay. I feel really good about this game. I know the Niners have dropped 2. Mm-hmm. That was a tough, Willie Gekko did say Vikings plus 6.5. Vikings not only covered, they won the game. True. I know the Niners are in a they've lost 2 in a row, but I think they'll be pissed off. I think they'll get everything corrected because for them to even lose this game, they got to turn the ball over. Brock Purdy, 11 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. I think he will bounce back.
The last 2 weeks been throwing muffins.
Yeah. But to me, he's somebody who will learn from his mistakes and they'll be able to operate because I think this is a time of possession game. I think the only way they get beat is if they get gashed in the passing game where they're vulnerable.
Yeah.
But Niners run offense, I think they keep it out of Joe Burrow's hands, and I like the Niners minus 5.5. Niners minus 5.5.
I concur with that 49ers. If they get Trent Williams back, Debo, they didn't have their guys. They got hurt the week before when they lost this last week. I think if they get those guys back, the 49ers is running back on cylinders. So hopefully they can get Debo back. If they don't get Trent back, we're going to need that left tackle to step up. That's why I felt like Brock Purdy was kind of giving the ball up.
Brock Purdy.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like he was just giving that ball up.
There was a couple that last series. There was a check down. He could have got like 20 yards, and I think no one was covering him. And then he threw it right to the safety.
I think he was watching Kirk Cousins' deal out there, and he's like, I got to match his energy. He ain't no Kirk Cousins.
I mean, he ran for the first time. He had his longest rushing yards, longest rush this season, or maybe ever. It was 17 yards, 27 yards.
Yeah, he had 17
like
total yards rushing. I think that's a
a
new high for him.
That's a new high.
Yes,
he usually don't run the ball, so you got to think about it. Is he shaky back there? Is he not trusting the O-line? What's the issue? He missing a big key guy out there, Debo.
The biggest. No, Trent.
Who's behind Trent? What's that dude's name? Because I was reading that he played well. He played well in Trent's absence.
But
they could still play into the trust thing.
Who's the right end for the Vikings? Because I know Hunter, who plays on the left. No, Everson Griffin's he's in a mental institution now. He's out.
Yeah, Everson Griffin, he's still there yet?
No, he 51-50. He's in a padded room fighting for his life out there.
There's a lot of linemen, D linemen doing that right now.
Hey, easy. I'm in danger. So I'm gonna need you guys.
Yeah, Taylor's family could be in danger.
Yes, I don't know what it is with psychotic breaks, but usually that's
where
I get
you
in the
going
mix.
with Niners Bengals.
So when I was looking at this game, I saw that the Niners, the last 5 times the Niners and the Bengals have played, the Niners have won the game. They're 4-1 against the Bengals. But the Niners are also 1-4 against the spread and 1-4 versus the over.
Wow.
So I think if we look back at the beginning of this season,
it's a nice stat.
Thank you. I put some work in this week. I think when you looked at the beginning of this year, we saw like Bengals, Joe Burrow. What are the boys going to do this week? High flying offense. They're going to crush people. And then the calf thing happened. And then the whole conversation was, Joe Burrow, can he get healthy? Should we sit him until the bye week? Well, now that the bye week's already happened and they've been able to get a little more healthy, I think this is when we see Joe Burrow fully come back to what he was, start making the throws the way he's getting paid. And for that reason, I'm going to take Bengals plus 5.
You're going Bengals.
I think the Niners win this game. I think it's closer than we think, and I think the Bengals pull out.
How about
take the spread?
Niners average 35 points per game at home.
At home.
Just FYI. They're 3-0 at home, average 35 points a game, and I think their defense keeps Burry.
And
Takes Burry off the field.
Takes Brody.
Yeah, takes Brody.
And
takes Joe Brody off the field.
That's a hell of a defense. I think when I think about their offense and putting that many points on the board, like Debo's an absolute piece. Trent Williams is the best tackle in the entire NFL.
George.
Kittle had a great game last week. And so Kittle, CMC, those are some good guys. Our guys. But with have Debo, you don't have Trent, and you don't have Trent, it makes me feel a little more like that. Those numbers aren't necessarily going to be there.
Yeah.
No,
and
so that's where I'm going with that. But I like sitting alone in this thing because I do need to get this record up, and it'd be nice to balance it out after last week. Let's hit the next game. That's Rams are at the Cowboys. Cowboys are favored at -6.5. Mule, we're going to start with you on this one, brother.
I'm going to have to go Cowboys. I think they're coming off a bye, right? The Cowboys are coming off a bye.
What'd you be doing over there?
I said, Mule get in. He was like,
the boys in the back working right now.
Yeah, boy out there.
Moving that thing around a little bit.
Cowboys is coming off a bye, I want to say.
Yes.
They're coming off a bye. I feel like they're going to be fresh. You got Dak Prescott. Got to play well. I think this is a game where he's got to step up and get back on track, get them Cowboys back in the talk. And they playing against the Rams. That's 3-4 right now. Gotta go Cowboys.
You want a couple stats favorable for this bye week?
I like stats. See, stats. I say stats. I always
favorable
lose.
for Dallas.
I'm gonna let them say stats because I don't. Every time I say a stat,
but I think these stats are gonna help your pick out.
Okay, go ahead.
You're a fuel guy.
10-4 with the rest advantage since 2019.
True.
Against the spread.
Against the spread.
2-1 after a bye in their last 3.
That's perfect.
So
I just see, I got a cousin Vinny, man. This shit works for me, man.
Did Vinny tell you the same stats?
Yeah.
I love that. Let me give you one more stat. So I assume you're going Cowboys as well?
Maybe.
When I started diving into this thing, I started looking at everything against the spread. Cowboys are 6-4 in the last 10 meetings between the Rams. Against the spread, they're 4-6 though. However, if you look back to September 30th, 2007, every game since then, every team that was favored to win won by the spread. What's up?
Was you even in the league?
No.
Different teams, different coaches.
That's what computers are for.
2007, what? Since 2007.
Since 2007,
Yeah.
every time these teams have played, whatever the spread was, the team that was favored to win won the spread.
So you taking the Cowboys?
Huh?
You taking the Star?
Yeah, I heard you the first time. I'm absolutely taking the Cowboys. Cowboys are favored.
I didn't
minus
say the
6.5.
same thing.
Yeah, but you know what you did. Cowboys are minus 6.5. I'm taking the Cowboys minus 6.5. What do you got?
Dallas.
You wearing shorts?
Dallas best in the league. Sorry, I just got off vacation after these units I won over the weekend. Dallas best in the league in time of possession. One of the best pass defenses in the league at home. But the Rams are good at home. This is a lot of points. My fault. The Rams are good on the road. They're also 2-0 after a loss against the spread. They're also 2-0 against the spread as an away team. And when you look at Dallas being one of the best pass defenses, they've only faced the Giants. I mean, Daniel Jones, we know that. The Jets, Zach Wilson at that time was not very good. The Patriots, Mac Jones, yeah.
Had one good game this year.
Right. And they had a very close game against that they won against the Chargers. I like the Rams. I think the Rams are tough. Cooper Kupp, Puka, Rookie of the Year. I like Offensive Rookie of the Year. I like the Rams, man. I like the Rams on the road. I think they come out swinging. And I like for them, whether or not they win the game, I think they cover those points.
I mean, that's a good. I feel like that's good.
I love that, Nick.
It's just a tough week this week.
Why are you so sad right now? Why you seem kind of down right now? What is it? He had a losing week?
No, he went out last night.
No,
Yeah, he didn't have the juice like he usually
No, I'm just saying, it's just
Get this
you.
man-
It's
get him
been
his
it's been a tough.
He's been
week.
hitting the club and not the books.
Yeah, you gotta hit the books.
It's been a tough week. You know what I'm saying? Every time I pick the teams that should win, they've been getting their ass dusted. So I gotta
It's
be
that
careful.
midpoint of the season, dude, when the lulls happen.
That is
they start
true.
drinking the Kool-Aid of how good they are, or
Yeah.
how bad they are, and how they need to be better, or they can let off the gas a little bit, and then all of a sudden this stuff happens.
And we need your positive energy.
We need the positive energy. It's not about us.
People come to see the Mule. People come to see the
It's
Mule.
all positive.
Do you see the comment section in the show?
Yeah.
The Mule makes it. Mule's everything. Mule's our
That's-
God.
but that's
I wonder how big he is.
But that's a lie.
We are. Hey, both of us know.
I do have some recollection of that.
You don't forget many of those.
No. But let's look at
Let's not. Let's unpack the rest of that.
Delanie
No, I'm
Walker.
kidding. Let's do. Let's go. Jags at the Steelers. The Jags are favored at -3. I will start. Against the spread, both these teams are 5-5 in the last 10. Okay? Makes you a little nervous, makes you feel like it's a coin flip. Steelers are 4-2 against the spread this year. But the number one stat in this game, when Mike Tomlin's Steelers are 15-4-3 against the spread as underdogs at home.
15-4-3 against the spread as underdogs. As home underdogs, they're 15 what did you say?
15-4-3.
15-4-3 as home underdogs.
Yeah.
Okay.
I talked to my boy. I got a cousin, Jerry, up in Chicago.
Oh, okay.
Shot him a text last night.
Yeah.
All I said, Mike Tomlin, underdog at home, free money. Texted again, follow the signs.
Is he Irish?
No, very much not. He's about as tall as your Vinny. He's about as tall as your Vinny. That being said, Jags were up big against the Saints. Saints started to come back. It looked like, maybe the Saints would pull it off. Jags ended up winning that game. They were underdogs. They're riding high right now. They're going to go into Steelers when the fourth quarter happens, and they're playing Renegade. Oh, mama, I'm here for you.
That's a good song.
That's
You
a
get
great
that.
song.
The jig is out
Hey,
there.
I started
They
dancing
finally
to that.
found it. That is the shit. Everyone's like, yo, this is history. This is tradition. This is the steel curtain or whatever they used to call those boys. That's the shit that gets you fired up.
Hell yeah.
And if you look at the way the
Steel
Jags have
mill.
played them against the past, it's not too great. So I will go Steelers +3 in this game. Gekko.
Jeez.
This is a tough game. I feel like
Yeah.
Steelers have been playing good ball as of late. I mean,
Yeah.
they beat the Rams. I think the Rams are a good team. TJ Watt,
Dog.
Dog.
is
yeah.
he Defensive Player of the Year right now?
Yeah. No, Myles Garrett.
Myles Garrett. I was
He's
gonna-
a savage.
It's
too.
up there.
Yeah,
I know. Who won it last year? Was that TJ?
TJ won it last year.
Did he win it last year?
I think he did.
Man, Myles Garrett, man, both of them are playing their
Myles
asses.
Garrett.
If you're looking at just walk off the bus, you're taking Miles 10 out
I'm
of 10.
taking Myles
He's
for
taking Miles 10
sure.
out of 10.
He's a fucking.
I'm going with Jags. 4-game winning streak.
Okay.
3-0 on the road. They have a top 5 run game. And outside of that, Trevor Lawrence, Calvin Ridley, Christian Kirk. I mean, Evan Ingram.
Kirk been coming on.
Zay Jones,
Kirk's
he's
been coming on.
he's became basically the number one.
Yeah.
Calvin Ridley's not really.
He ain't
wasn't
been
getting a whole
doing
lot of
nothing
targets
too.
last
Yeah,
year.
he
But
didn't.
they have so many ways to beat you.
I know.
And I think Ingram's really good as a receiving tight end.
He's starting to show up.
Yes,
he's
bro.
starting to show up.
Jay Jones is out with the knee, but I don't think that matters.
Nah.
I think that they continue their streak, man. Jags are playing tough ball right now. I like the Jags.
You know what I think a good player prop in this game is? Najee Harris over receptions. You saw last week with Alvin Kamara. Alvin Kamara was like 4.5. I know they're two completely different players, but check down cities were there all the time. Jags are very worried about the deep threat situations. I think Najee might be looking at a situation where he
they
catches
did
the
go
over.
check
I don't know what his attempts are.
Put him in the player
part.
parlay. You feel that good about it?
No.
I
You
don't
know,
know.
you saw who I'm taking the player parlay. We're gonna.
I'm gonna take the Jaguars, the -3. Hey, you said something good. I know playing at the Steelers Stadium is just really hard to play there. It's just, that field is terrible. It's the high grass. The fans would cuss you like a dog. They know your mom's name. They probably been to her house. You know,
Oh,
they
shit.
said all type of crazy shit, right?
Yeah.
When they out there. So,
What'd they say to you? They
Man, we
call you
ain't
the
even-
they call you the word?
oh yeah,
They called you the word?
oh yeah, oh yeah. The little boy was
Jive
like
turkey?
5 years old. He was like, and the dad's like, "Good job,
Oh, we
son."
can say that on the show?
You're lying.
I swear to God, the dad was like, "Good job, son."
No, he did not.
I promise you, bro. I'm looked at him like, God damn.
That is the most mule reaction also. Little
like-
5-year-old boy ripping off a hard end. And you just go, whoa, that's wild. He goes back and both scored a touchdown.
Hey, straight up.
When's the last time you played the Steelers? Thursday Night Football in those Smurf uniforms?
Yeah.
Donkey.
Yeah, we looked at terrible.
Tough one. Antonio Brown, helmet catch.
Helmet catch.
God.
Oh, he destroyed us.
Destroyed
It was
us.
like Baghdad bombs.
Bing. Well, maybe not the climate for that right now. Yeah, yep. But he threw a lot of touchdowns in that game. Is there anything else we want to hit in this game before we go Eagles Commanders?
No, I love it. I love all of our picks right here.
Yeah, that was
All right.
perfect.
Eagles.
Cover the whole
favored.
board.
We covered the whole board. We got it all. Eagles are favored -6.5 at the Commanders right now. I know this game is near and dear to your heart, Gekko. We're going to start with you in this one. Talk to us, baby.
It really is. And it saddens me because I think the Eagles are mad right now. And the Eagles are playing very good football.
Very well.
Really good football.
6-1.
But what happened
I mean,
last
they
time
have,
played?
I know that, yeah, Washington got them, which I think is what's going to play into them being pissed off going into this game because you look at you look at who else Washington has beat. The Cardinals, the Broncos, when we thought the Broncos were, okay, you know, that's week 2 win.
Russ is about
That's
to
a big
start
win.
get a sandwich back.
And their only other wins against the Falcons, and Ritter threw 3 picks that game.
Yeah.
And they're not playing Ritter. They're playing Jalen Hurts, who takes care of the football. I mean, they're a well-oiled machine.
My man Slide.
It is at Washington, the home I built. Eagles, -6.5. I hate to say it. I hate to say it. You know it pains me.
Because I believe, what was it, that week 3 or 4 when they played, you took Commanders, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you got that.
Because then, too, like, Commanders, again, they're 2 wins at the time. Like, they're not sitting where they are right now. Like, the Commanders have lost to the Giants, who now Giants have a little bit of life for whatever reason.
I know.
And then they got mopped by the Bears.
By the Bears.
And then when they play good teams, I mean, the Eagles, they almost got that one. But the Bills, they got mopped by the Bills. I don't know. I'm scared about this one. I think the Eagles are mad. Eagles -6.5.
Who's playing for the Commanders this week?
What do you mean? Who's playing
Is
what?
it still Sam Howell?
I think.
Yeah.
So,
He's not bad. They just he's
not
like
bad,
the most.
But he started the first 2 games. You're like, yo, they might have somebody over there. New ownership. They got a little more excitement. He's kind of dishing out a little bit. He's got some pocket presence. He can get out of the pocket and move a little bit. Go ahead. What were you gonna say, Will?
I was gonna say, Jack, look this up. I want to say Howell might be the most sacked quarterback in the league.
I think that's true. I think I saw that.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. It's not that he's a bad quarterback. I just think that they're struggling to protect him. And that Eagles front,
Man, they throwing
They're mad.
blitzes after him, man.
I know. So I don't hate that you're taking the Eagles, but I will tell you this.
Tell me something good.
Like It's not good. The last 3 out of 4 against the Eagles, Washington's covered against the spread. And so that makes me a little bit nervous. But
That's good. That's good.
why is that?
Washington could cover.
You just said the Eagles.
No, I know. But you know my heart is near and dear. Like I'm trying to.
Oh, this is a win-win for you. This is a win-win.
It's a win-win, but I'm trying to play this game for the clientele, for the people objectively as I can.
You trying to make the unit.
Yeah, I'm trying to help.
People are going to look at this game and be like, oh, well, you saw how close the Commanders played the Eagles last time. They went to overtime. But should have gone for 2.
Yeah.
They literally could have won that game.
Yeah.
And then, but I think the Eagles are finally finding themselves and getting into that midseason form. So I will also be going with the Eagles at -16.
We know where you're right. You're just right. You write
yeah.
favorites, I think, every time.
You damn right.
The records speak for themselves. We're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going to talk about our parlay section, our ETFs, and our Bet the Boys Index parlay. Let's take a little break for some spooky messages. Maybe the last one, right?
Maybe.
Spooktober.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it is. It is the last one.
Well, not really.
I love that
Because
commercial,
hunting
too.
houses don't stop until November 12th, maybe?
Dog, I love you so much.
That's
The
some
fact you
great
know that.
optimism.
And they also start like the last week of September as well.
Yeah.
So they try to they're trying to embrace the spook a little too long.
You know, they don't do it only for a month and a
No,
half.
you gotta make units. You gotta make those units.
It's like Missouri, they keep the fireworks stands open like all of August. It's like, hey, it's over.
I'm pretty sure.
We're still ripping some things off. Bottle rocket.
Come buy them.
Yeah.
30% off.
Oh, you live out in the country? You shoot them all year long.
That was done by him. All right, let's take a break. Spooktober. When we come back, parlays.
Hey, yeah, you. Come here. You ever open the door on the beautiful fall day to that crisp breeze kissing your cheeks and can't help but smile? Maybe you look up and see orange and brown leaves floating gently down to the ground and can't help but feel that broom of yours go from 6 to midnight? If you've thought to yourself, yes, that's me in both of those situations, you have the case of Spookaucus. No, not to worry. Spookaucus is a good thing. We just gotta get you to fully embrace Spooktober, the best month of the year. Look at this guy. Look at the size of his broomstick. Intimidating, right? Don't worry about that. Be proud of your own broomstick. But what you need to do is follow him to store.barstoolsports.com/bussinwiththeboys for all of your Spooktober merch, no matter the size of your broomstick. So go now, store.barstoolsports.com/bussinwiththeboys. Embrace the spook.
Welcome back to Slips and Picks. I'm your host, Chet Savage. You guys feeling a little spooky? A little spooky after that commercial? Get you a little nervous? How about the size of that broomstick on that guy?
I know.
The more tan one.
Leave comments. Talk about it. Talk about what you think. What size you think he is.
Throw a pumpkin in the chat. And as we get into that, we are going to talk parlays, boys. Like I said in the beginning of the show, for those of you who are just joining us now, we're going to start with the Bet the Boys Index parlay. What that is the three of us are going to take player prop bets. We're going to put them together. We're going to feel real confident about it. We're going to have some research for you to feel also comfortable placing it in your sports book. And hopefully, we will make units. Not hopefully. We're going to make units this week. We're going to make units this week. Last week, Chet, dub. Gekko, dub. Mule.
I feel like if you have a weak spot, it is the Bet the Boys parlay.
It's always
Your strong suit is buy and sell.
Yeah, this shit here, and because I stopped doing Great White Hope, when I had the Great White Hope, never lost.
Well, don't worry, he's making a comeback this week.
Yeah,
You've got to, like last week, I texted the boys, I said, oh, my white boy parlay hit on Monday night.
Monday
It was
night.
Hawkinson, Kittle, and CMC. I know. I feel bad about that. That was one I did right before, and I was like, I did right before and it hit. But you lean into that white boy parlay, they take care of business.
I'm going back to the white boy. I was trying to go back to my fellow brother men, and they letting me down.
Who are you going to? Let's start. Well, we might as well start with you. Bet the Boys
Josh
Index parlay.
Allen.
Uh-oh.
Over 1.5 TDs. Look, he only had 2 games where he didn't go over 2 touchdowns, 6 games where he went over 2 touchdowns. I say this is a game he gets that done in. I'm just saying, man. I think you guys got to feel that. I know y'all gonna like that, man. And they playing the Buccaneers.
So people got to get this one in quick
Yeah.
because it's Thursday night.
Thursday night, yeah.
Thursday night.
Do you want me to go?
No, I'm just thinking if I want the Mule to change his because it is Thursday night.
It is a Thursday
But
night
you
football
did that last week though.
And after the show, I was like, hey, if we can stay
we
away
had a nice
from Thursday
conversation.
night.
All of
yeah,
us.
I
We had a think
know,
tank. We
I
had a think
know.
tank.
But dude,
But hey, let's also talk about accountability. Let's not point fingers. Let's not point
no,
fingers.
I'm not pointing fingers. You know,
Kinda.
I
A
mean,
little bit. You said you did it last week, and you pointed all your fingers. At
Oh,
me.
true. Yeah, I
Run the
just
tape
did
back.
that. Yeah, my fault.
Who do you like to sniff the end zone or like over 1.5? Maybe Trevor Lawrence. You like the Jags, yeah? Oh, Trevor Lawrence could be good. Maybe we could go QBs. We could go do a QB parlay. Trevor Lawrence at Pittsburgh over 1.5 touchdowns.
You know
all
what
the
I
weapons
like?
that we just talked about.
You know what I like? I like Brock Purdy over one interception or a half an interception.
No, I'm not taking
Last
that.
2 weeks is that 2 interceptions.
That's true, but he's only. I mean, he's 11 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. I think he'll bounce back, and to root for an interception, I like.
No, I do like rooting against quarterbacks. I did Russell Wilson a couple weeks ago, and that hit.
I have to see. I
He was like 98
would have
yards.
to do my research on Trevor Lawrence and see what is.
Go and think
What
about
is
it.
touchdown?
Go and
Yeah,
think about it.
We'll come back to you.
Yeah.
Because
Gekko?
I'm going Kirko. Kirko Thuggins.
To say fast.
The dude is balling.
Dog,
right
he was
now.
dicing him up.
Yeah, people talk about, okay, if you talk about him in the MVP race, well, he only does it because of Justin Jefferson. I mean, he's lighting it up without JJ right
Addison
now.
is essentially Justin Jefferson.
He's number
Did
two.
you see him this past game?
Similar. He is similar.
Dog,
to Justin
they're built
Jefferson. They
scrawny.
the same,
They got them
yeah.
shoulders going forward, and they just
Really
get
malnourished.
out of there.
Yeah,
Second
really
in pass
malnourished.
yards in the league. First in touchdowns, 16 touchdowns to 5. Kirko Thuggins over 1.5 touchdowns this weekend. Book it.
Y'all think he better than Josh Allen?
Kirk, right now, yes.
Yes.
Playing right now, yes.
Oh my God.
Love Josh Allen.
I'm not saying
love Josh.
do I think he's like if I'm drafting somebody, who am I drafting? Maybe Kirk Cousins. But I'm probably taking Josh Allen.
Yeah.
But I'm saying playing this year right now, NFL 2023, Kirk Cousins is out
And
playing
the
Josh Allen.
Vikings is playing who right now? Who they playing this week?
Packers. You don't like that pick? Is that what you're trying to say?
No. I'm trying to say
sorry,
y'all
sorry,
don't
sorry.
like my Josh Allen pick
That's a move
over
stop.
the Kirk pick.
He's fighting his own
I
battles.
know,
He's
my
fighting his own
fault.
battles.
No, y'all trying to tell me Kirk is going to get 2 touchdowns over Josh Allen.
Time out. Here's what I will say. I like the Josh Allen over 1.5.
Yeah.
I like because I think he's a great quarterback.
Yeah, indeed.
Phenomenal.
But if we're
quarterback,
talking-
he hasn't been playing great
He's been
in
playing.
recent weeks.
They just
But
need to
he
figure
gotta-
out their identity.
He
They're
got
struggling right now on
But he gonna
defense.
show up. They took an
identity.
L. They just took an L. They're gonna show up. Bro.
And it's not that we don't like the Josh Allen pick. I like the Josh Allen pick. For me, it's you're doing a Thursday night pick. Like the way the show is, we operate on the weekend.
Okay, I get what you said. Well, damn, man.
That's why I like Trevor Lawrence.
Let me
Because
just-
he
yeah,
was a
I'll take-
backup
let me just
one.
give
I'm
mine
gonna
real
take
quick.
Trevor Lawrence over 1.5 touchdowns.
Okay, so Trevor Lawrence over 1.5.
Yep.
Kirk Cousins over 1.5.
Where you
Christian McCaffrey anytime touchdown. He's done it 16 weeks in a row. You got to follow the pattern. Sometimes you
Yeah,
got to be
I
like a
mean-
school kid and just see the pattern and be like,
He gonna do
He's gonna
that.
do it.
Let him mess up before we rethink it.
yeah, it's like he's shown us so much to trust.
Yeah.
We just got to let him
love
go
it.
do his thing.
Yeah.
We feel good about that?
Yeah.
Love it.
All right, let's jump to ETFs. That's easy team, favorite fun. We are going to pick teams. We're going to tease the line. We're going to make it a lot easier for you with the favorites. Put it into a parlay for you. Walk away with a bunch of units. Gekko, let's start with you, brother. I always start with you. Let's start with Mule.
Texans.
Got it.
Texans money line. I like them. I know it's at Carolina, but I don't think Carolina's a good football team this year. I think they might have the right foundation in place, like the way that they're thinking, trying to build around Bryce. I just don't think they got it this year. I'm taking the Texans because I think the Texans are awesome. CJ Stroud came on Bussin with the boys, and I'm a believer that he's going to be the face of the franchise for a while.
Yeah, he was very
man, gonna be
PC. He
great.
did a good job of keeping all the questions, taking the questions, and not giving any bulletin board material. Did a good job with that.
Yeah, shit.
He's a stud.
I'm
He's a
excited to
stud.
see
I'm
picks
all in.
1 and 2 go after it as well. I don't know who the last ones were. I'm pretty sure it was Mariota and Jameis Winston. We all know how that turned out. The number 2 won, so that plays in your favors if we're looking at stats. Mule, who you got?
Dolphins. But I'm moving the line to minus 6.5. Just because I just want to make sure I take this L. Take this.
Uh-oh.
Late night.
man.
Late night.
Late night.
Late night.
Late night. Okay.
I was looking
What do you
at
wanna take?
Cuzzo.
You got to let the star player,
no
do his
question.
thing.
Let him do his thing.
Unless he starts
Absolutely.
dropping weeks, then it's
Right.
okay.
I'm not gonna
let's
drop
have a
weeks, though.
conversation.
You just gotta-
I'm not
you
gonna
just
drop
gotta
You just
make
dropped
sure
the Let me smell your breath. Let me smell your breath.
Drunk at work. No, I'm just fucking. I'm taking
hey.
the Dolphins, moving the line to 6.5.
I like that pick. I think Patriots, they got a little, they did have a big win, but I think they're going to get right back in their place in Miami.
I'm going to go.
They at the Dolphins, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go Chiefs money line in this thing. The reason why I'm going money line and not moving the line down to 3.5 or 6.5 is because Patrick Mahomes is 28-3 versus the AFC West. He's 12-0 versus Denver. However, against Denver, the last 10, he's 5-5 against the spread.
What if we could talk you into a 2.5? Field goal. We're talking field goal.
Don't talk me into it. Talk to people into it. Tell me why.
I think the Chiefs take care of
You
business.
just want.
But didn't they barely beat the Broncos?
They play good defense.
They're playing
they
great
play
defense.
good defense, and their offense is starting to find their identity. They're starting to come around and find their identity against a bad Denver defense.
But they
Taylor
barely
Swift's not gonna be
beat
there.
them, though, didn't they? The last game was 13-7.
Yeah.
But again, they weren't scoring a whole lot. I think that's why I'm saying they're finding their identity right now.
Kind of looking back at the
We
Eagles
do money
Commanders
line.
this
That's
past
the
week, how
safest.
they've found themselves a little bit more.
Yeah.
But T Swift's not going to be there.
No,
That is big.
That is big.
But I
big.
think
the heart and soul
the
of Chiefs
momentum
Kingdom.
right now
It's the queen.
I think the momentum right now is favorable for that whole relationship. Like, I think it's in a good spot. They're not in a prove-it stage anymore.
All right, I'll change mine. Chiefs.
They're in an earned it.
They fucking right now.
You think so?
Oh, definitely.
Literally, when we started the show, you said she breaks up all the time. She don't fuck. She don't give up that ass.
She gotta give it to him. She giving it up.
You think so?
Definitely.
Hey, you're my favorite.
What makes you say that?
I love it. Hang on. We love it.
Minus 2.5?
ETFs, yeah.
All right. Chiefs minus 2.5. Dolphins minus 6.5. Texans money line versus the Panthers. We're going to take a quick commercial break when we come back. What's that?
Plus
235.
That's a good turn.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a couple of units on that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have
that's
to put
a good,
as the
that's a
kids would
good
say, put a
bet.
band
Oh,
on
we're
that
going to
thing.
bet our bets.
No, but usually 1 unit, 2 unit. I'm talking about putting
Big units.
1,000 piece on that thing.
Woo!
Maybe.
Oh, that's a great
That one felt good.
turnaround. That's a great turnaround there.
That's a good turnaround. Quick break. You guys are gonna take a little peek at some merch. Don't skip because that stuff's pretty solid. I think you might get a little horny watching this one. After that, we're gonna go to our pump or dump segment, talking about total numbers. We're gonna take overs and unders right after these messages.
Hey you, are you horny? Yeah, me too. We can talk about that later. Do I have a deal for you? Girl dad merch, Bussin Golf collection, all in our merchandise store. Click the link on this video and buy it up. If you're stiffer for longer than 4 hours, take it off. Stay hard.
Welcome back to Slips and Picks. We are going to get into our pump or dump segment. I'm going to give these two individuals the total points and the matchup, and they're going to tell me if they're going to pump it, taking the over, or they are going to dump it, taking the under. Mule, we're going to start with you in this one. It's Vikings at the Packers.
3-0 last week.
I know.
3-0 last week.
Damn.
You got to feel good about that.
I do.
We need to get your confidence back.
I do,
That's the
but
alcohol talking.
this game.
42 and a half. 42 and a half the points.
I'm gonna dump it.
Okay.
Dumping it.
That's it?
I think the Vikings gonna put points on the board because Kirk Thuggins. And then Jordan Love, he just too lovable. He's not gonna put any points up there.
Too lovable.
He's
Too
sweet
lovable.
right
Too
now.
lovable. I'm riding. I'm 3-0 last week. I went all unders. That understat is still sitting in my brain. And I agree. I think the Vikings score, and I think they handle the Packers. And Packers might have a little turmoil building in Green Bay. I like the under 42 and a half.
Vikings
Or
are
dump.
Vikings are in the last 10, 3-7 versus the over. Packers are 4-6 versus the over as well. So it's looking like a for sure dump game. Here's what I will say though, head to head. Packers Vikings, the last 10, they're 6-4 versus the over, which makes you a little bit nervous, which is weird too. In conference games, usually the defenses know how to play each other a little bit better.
So you ride in the percentage?
I'm gonna dump it. I'm gonna ignore that last stat. I'm gonna go with the first two stats.
But if you look at the last 10, over wins 6 of the 10 times.
Yeah.
However,
6-4.
Dump.
You don't like my stats?
No, I like the stats.
Yeah, the
I like the stats.
Second.
But I thought you were writing the
Second.
stats.
I'm running the stats, and if that is 2-1.
So do you?
Sometimes
It's 2-1 right now on the
do you-
stats.
Do you love your
gotta
stats?
See who they playing.
I love my stats.
If you love your stats, then love the pick. You know
I
what
love
I
the
mean?
pick.
I
I'm
get
taking
stats.
the
Every time I
under.
get
I'm
stats,
just telling
lose.
you, these two stats are saying
Let
take
me
the under.
down.
However, there's this one little. It's like Super Troopers when they go and the guy's wearing the bulletproof cup, and he's like, how you shooting today? And he holds up the little paper with the guy on it, and there's like a bunch of shots right in the chest, but there's one right in the neck. He's like, well, what about that one? He goes, don't worry about that one. That's where I'm saying, hey, don't worry about that little
I like
stat.
that.
These other two stats
I
are
like
gonna help
that.
you out.
Dump. Dump City.
All three of us are dumping. This one seems like an easy one, but Titans versus the Falcons. That
Seems
number,
like it.
Yeah, but the number is 36.5.
This could very well be Minnesota versus Iowa.
Very well could be.
Yeah.
But
19-12 last week.
Yeah.
in the first break, who were you talking about? Just left the Titans.
Byard, man. Kevin Byard. That's
KBZ. To me, it's I'm happy
for
for
KB.
him.
Happy
I'm
for KB.
happy for KB.
Yeah, he going to the Eagles. They doing really well right now.
Yeah.
I mean, goddamn.
The business relationship between the Eagles and the Titans is very
it's
bountiful. And it seems right now it seems more so for the Eagles. Yeah.
But I mean,
In the end game, Two-Tone Blue's going to get it back.
yeah, I mean, we got
Fifth-
two picks.
fifth and sixth
Two-Tone
round
Blues
pick.
going to get it
got
back
two
with a 5th
picks.
and 6th round pick?
You never know. Diamond in the rough.
Kevin
No,
Kevin came from there. I came from a 6th round draft pick. Kevin 5th round draft pick. I mean, you
like that.
find him.
That's the confidence I'm looking for in this show.
You
I like that.
find
You just
him.
switched me just like that.
Yeah, you
And
find
also
him.
A.J. Brown.
But you got to take, like, the A.J. Brown thing. Would he be getting those stats if he was in Tennessee?
No.
He'd be getting stats.
He'd be getting stats,
The
but he
Titans
wouldn't
be
be
making
leading the
more points.
league, and he's in conversation with Calvin Johnson. I don't think he's getting that
What-
type of
what is
Look
this,
for
his
DeAndre Hopkins, Jeffrey Simmons, and Derrick Henry to be an Eagle by the end of the week.
No, don't say that.
Jeffrey can't be
Not
touched.
Jeff's got to build.
Not
Jeff's got to be
Jeffrey.
recruiting. He's got to be out
Yeah,
there.
he
He's
gotta
got
be
to
out
be.
there.
He's got to be on offense with bringing people
Not
to
the best
Tennessee because
people
he's in
person.
Tennessee forever.
Well, they're
Not
gonna
the best
build.
people person, but hell of a ball player.
They're gonna build around Jeff. The
Yeah, yeah.
defense now getting rid of KB. Now that just tells me they building around Jeff. That's just what it is.
And their defense, I mean,
Let's talk
they
the
play
points.
good
Let's talk
ball.
the points for the sake of time.
Yeah.
Let's talk. Titans, Falcons, 36.5 points. Gekko.
I don't know. I'm gonna push this one over to Mule right now.
Mule?
Man, it's a tough one, but I'm gonna have.
Toughest game of the week right here. Toughest game of the week. I'm gonna say under.
Okay.
Dump.
Mule?
I'm gonna pump.
All right. This is an obvious dump game. Obvious
dump game.
Yes.
Tell us more.
Falcons are 1-6 against the points, against the over, and Tennessee is 1-5.
Yeah, but it's
That's
Legends.
this season. That's this season.
Yeah, but it's Legends.
This
week.
Legends game, you gonna be out there.
Arthur's finally going against fucking Vrabel. Used to work for him. Art wanted to
It
put.
is,
That's your boy too.
Hey, that's my dude.
I
just
Art.
feel like, and I feel like the Falcons
feel
is
like-
coming along. I feel like they coming along. They putting points on the board. I think we're gonna run the shit out of Derrick because, like you said, Derrick could be on the chop block. Hate to say that, you my dog. But
I didn't say that. I mean,
They got to train.
I made a joke.
They gotta train.
yeah, so
they
I
gotta
feel
try
like
to
they're
train.
gonna try to run the shit out of them.
until
yeah.
they can try to make something shake.
So,
I think they have what, a
indeed.
week.
Yep, about a
don't
week.
know. Good week.
They
They
got
got a week.
Halloween, right?
So you going pump and you going dump.
Yeah. And you're going dump.
Yeah, I'm dump.
Dump, pump.
Dumping.
Patriots at Dolphins. The points in that game is 47.5. Mule.
Nah, man. It's
Okay.
one of y'all.
Give me the pump. Patriots last week show up a little bit. Dolphins score a lot just because of the Dolphins. Patriots don't have the best defense. They're in Miami. But let's say the Patriots make it spicy and that offense keeps up a little bit because Dolphins have shown that they can give up points. Let's go pump. I'm going pump.
I'm going to go dump on this one. Patriots, they showed up last week, obviously. I just think if the points are going to be scored, it's going to be scored by the Dolphins. I don't think the Patriots are going to score a whole lot of points, and 47.5 is enough for me to feel comfortable about going dump in this situation. Mule.
Pump.
Pump. So we had 2 pumps and a dump. 3-0. You went 3-0 last week on 3 dumps.
Yeah.
You just went 2 pumps, didn't you?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I did go 2 pumps there. But listen, I'm trying
I said
to see
it's
the
fun to-
field. I'm
it's
trying
fun
to see
root
the
for
field.
touchdowns.
Yeah.
It's fun to root for touchdowns. We're going to take. Hope you guys are having fun. Because you guys having fun?
I'm having a great time. I hope people
Having a
leave
great
comments saying
time.
this is a great time.
This is a nice little vibe here.
Yeah,
and
having
it's
a
nice
blast.
too to see you and me picking up the Mule right
Yep.
now when he's got a little red in those eyes.
Yeah.
A little sleepy, a little droopy. So we're gonna take a quick commercial break, check out some more merch, and then after that, what? We're gonna not do that. We're gonna hit the dogs real quick. We're gonna-
Underdog pick.
Dogs segment. Let's go. Chet, you go first. Okay, I'll go first. I'm gonna take the Titans +3 against the Falcons. Mike Vrabel, after a bye week, is 5-0 against the spread. They're wearing the Oilers uniforms this week.
Didn't he dump?
Call
his
me a
man?
homer. Don't bet it. You don't have to. My heart
Wait,
is
what did
where
he
it
say?
is.
He taking the
Titans. Titans +3. Don't laugh at me. I literally just before I accidentally went to a commercial break, I talked about how nice we've all been.
Yeah. just a little fun banter. Bears +9. I like them against the Chargers. I think the Chargers, there's some shit going on there right now. They give up a lot of points. I like the quarterback, Tyson Badgett. Tyson Badgett, thank you, Big
D2
Mitch.
Heisman.
D2 Heisman. And I like him. I like Tyson. I like his father. He can come get it any day of the week on Bussin with the Boys. I would get one with him. No, not against you. Not again. I'm not warmed up. I got to warm up.
Fair enough.
You talking about
Slept a little wrong last
UCL.
night. Back's a little tight.
I get it. I saw you.
Bears +9. I like them even at LA. I think that they're finding a little bit of passion and momentum in Chicago.
Question real quick. Hey, where'd Badgett go to school? What's his name? What's the school?
Shepherd.
Shepherd.
No, we better than them.
I don't know. He was
South
like
Missouri
the Heisman
Tech State University?
We
D2.
look at the Mules right now. We're 7-1, untouchable right now, baby. I'll be at the game November 4th. See me there. The Mule.
The Mule.
The Mule.
I finally figured out the origin story of the Mule now.
I know, right?
I get it. I literally just right now figured it out.
All right, who's your
you going?
underdog?
Giants, baby. Money line. +130. East against the
Jets?
Yes.
Well, that's an L.
Y'all don't think that can happen?
Don't like that.
I mean, it can happen, of course.
Barkley back.
I think the Jets are nice. I think the Jets are
Tyron,
nice.
he been doing his thing.
Brees Hall, Garrett Wilson, Zach Wilson.
Who?
Wilsons.
Zach Wilson. I'm talking about who? Mormon?
Mormon and Horny.
Soaking.
I love
Soaking in
those. I
W's.
love those.
You like that one?
Yeah.
I just love the conversation. I love the conversation. I love what people are about to see in this commercial.
Let's take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going to talk about Monday Night Football.
Hey, you there. Did you know that it's Friday Ride? With superior selections of WhistlePig's quality whiskey that was created deep in the hills of Shore, Vermont, there's a little something for everyone to kick off your weekend of football. Wife yelling at you about the chores? Haha, not anymore. It's Friday Ride. Friends mad that you won't come to their wedding in the middle of football season? Shut up. It's impossible to be mad when you have a bottle of WhistlePig whiskey in your hand. Choose between their award-winning 6-year piggyback rye, their 10-year rye, or even their Bussin' with the Boys bourbon that'll have you wanting to celebrate every day of the week. You can buy it all at whistlepigwhiskey.com or shop at the nearest WhistlePig retailer. For the pig, WhistlePig.
Welcome back to Slips and Picks. I'm your host, Chet Savage. We are going to talk about Monday Night Football. Money Monday, as some of them call it. The game, Raiders. They're playing where? Detroit Lions. Lions favored by 8.5. The points in that game is 45.5. Mule, what you got?
Lions. Under.
Lions plus the under.
Plus the under.
Lions -8.5 and the under.
I don't like the -8.5, but I'm going to take it, and then I'm going to take the under.
Well, you going to put that in a little two
Are
leg?
you going to just flash me?
My fault. These things are riding.
That sack works. Especially in those shorts. That thing.
Yeah, I was
Moose knuckle
showing the little boys. Yeah, there was a moose knuckle.
Yeah,
It
no
wasn't-
question.
wasn't
But hey,
impressive.
also congrats.
Thank you. Oh, it's small.
Hold on. Okay, go ahead. Well, actually, you know what? Never mind. Let me give you this. Do you want to just take Lions -6.5 plus the
Yeah.
under, put that in a two leg?
Yes, indeed. Let's do it.
Can we get the odds on that in a second?
All right, I'm gonna go Lions -8.5, and I also like the under. The Raiders have failed to score 20 points in 9 of their last 10. They lost to Chicago last week. As much as I love the story of the D2 quarterback and Tyson what? Badgett. Tyler? I thought it was Tyson.
Tyson's way better than Tyler. We'll just call him Tyson.
Yeah, Mike Tyson Badgett. They lost to
Tyson.
Chicago. I think the Raiders, I think they're struggling. I like Lions -8.5, and I like the under.
Plus 130 on the Mule?
It's my fault. Hang on.
That's all right. I'm going to go the Lions as well. I'm going to take them
Plus
at -8.
246.
I'm going to take them at -8.5. And I'm also going to take the under in that game. Here's why they get destroyed by the Ravens. We talked about it last week. Did we not talk about it on that airplane to Chicago?
Yeah.
How the Lions, everyone's putting the Lions at like top
Yeah.
1 or 2 in the NFC. Look at them. Look how well they've done. They drank the Kool-Aid, and they got humbled big time by the Ravens. This is when that coaching staff, that culture really comes into play. You're going to see them win this game by 8.5, and I do believe that under is going to hit because.
So you're going -8.5 and under, and then you told him to go. You want to go -6.
Well, he said
I
I don't like 8.5. I don't like 8.5. I was like, well, let me help
I
you
was
out.
going to move the line.
I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a mouse getting thrown into a snake pit.
I
It's
hope
that type of
so.
game.
That's
It's
what
that
we
type of
hope. That's what we hope.
Because I like that the Lions are good.
Me too.
It fires me up that they're good.
But they shit the bed against the Ravens. It just I had to turn the game. I couldn't even finish it. It was terrible.
Well,
Gentlemen,
I think the TV did it for me. It was like, at this point, we're going to move to a more exciting game. Did they not do that on the TV? They literally did that on the TV, bruh.
Gentlemen, want to thank all of you for joining us today on Slips and Picks. We had an absolute time with you. Put these bets in and put them in a hurry as soon as you see this. We will see you next week. Cannot wait. I'm Chet Savage. I'm your host. Have a great day.
good to see you do your own research this week.
We are back. Week 8, penny slips, parlays. We missed last week in an embarrassing fashion. We were 0 for 3. Mega But it's a new week. We're 0-0 this week. You got to have that 0-0 mindset. Every day you're 0-0. We plan on flipping that record around and making that 3-0 on that parlay. And unfortunately, due to our failures last week, we do have some more enemies on our enemy list.
Yeah, so obviously leading off, us, the Michigan Wolverines. There's no room for cheating in football. There's no room for cheating in life. You guys have just made an automatic bid to the enemy list for the rest of the year. Doesn't matter what you guys do, you will be on this board for the remainder of the year. You can see that there's a tie-in on the spider web.
It's all connected.
It's all connected, as you can see. Everything else is pretty standard stuff. But with that being said, should we kick it off with a couple parlays?
Yeah, let's kick it off. This weekend, we are doing 2 first half final score and end of score.
Ooh, I
if
like
that makes sense to you guys. So I'm going to go Chiefs. This means they'll be winning at halftime, and they're going to be winning at the end of the game. And I am going to also take the Texans. The Texans are playing the Panthers. The Chiefs are playing the Broncos. Both of these teams will be leading at halftime, and both of them will be leaving with W's. That is plus 261. This will be my first win of the year, and what better time to do it than the midway point of the year. And I'm 0-0. Catch me 8 weeks from now, 8-0.
It's a tasty lick. I like the first half spreads parlayed with a win on the end. I like those 2 picks as well. Moving on to mine. I've been saying for the past few weeks that we're trying to keep it conservative until we get another win. Fuck that. I'm done being conservative. This is a show strictly based on parlays and winning big. So with that being said, I've got a 5-leg parlay for you. First leg is the Philadelphia Eagles -3 versus the Commanders. The second leg is the Minnesota Vikings -1 versus the Packers. The third leg is the New York Giants moneyline versus the New York Jets in MetLife. Who's the home team? You don't really know. They both play there. Fourth leg, Houston Texans moneyline versus the Carolina Panthers. And my 5th and final leg, old reliable, the Jacksonville Jaguars moneyline versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. You go ahead and put that in there, and it calculates plus 1648.
Oh,
that's a banger. If that one wins, we're so back on track. I'm done being conservative. You know, we're going big, going home.
now we have our team parlay,
Yeah.
which is the opposite of what Jack just did. I think the 0-3 got to me more so than anything, that it spooked me a little bit. And this being the last weekend of October, Spooktober, it got into my veins, it got into my blood. So we kept it a little conservative. And the first leg of this team parlay, the GBOT parlay, is Eagles money line.
The second leg, we'll be going with the Kansas City Chiefs money line.
And third is Chargers money line. This will give you a humble plus 112. What you put down, you get back, is what I'm telling you. So put down 10 grand, you get 10 grand back.
It's easy math. And yeah, we did go complete opposite direction of what I was just preaching, but when you go 0-3 in the team parlay, your hand is forced and you must get back to basics. So we're just following the laws of physics right now. So yeah, follow us, follow Newton, follow whoever writes science books, and we'll get after it. Before we get into our Rock'em Sock'em Pick'em, I'm going to continue to do this every week until this hits.
Yes.
And it might not ever, but we're parlaying the entire board. So here we go.
Everything was impossible at one point in time until somebody proved it wrong.
Starting out with Bills money line, Eagles money line, Dolphins money line, Falcons money line, Jags money line, Vikings money line, Giants money line, Dallas money line, Texans money line, Colts money line, Seahawks money line, Chiefs money line, Ravens money line, 49ers money line, Chargers money line, and on Monday night we're taking the Detroit Lions money line. You go ahead and parlay up those 14 or 15 games, you're going to get plus 54,997. That's $1 to $500 or so, I'd say. So pretty good return. Like you said, go find 4 quarters in your car, put it in the account, and then there you go. You have gas for the rest of the year. And so yeah, that is my the hedge fund parlay, if that's what you want to call it. And that's what we're going to. So without further ado, we are back on track.
Back on track.
The Rock'em Sock'em Pick'em parlay of the week hit last week. Thank you to whoever won for us, but we know it's back on track.
We move on so quickly. We wipe out last week regardless if we win or lost.
Exactly.
This week, though, we do have the
Vikings
yeah.
versus the Packers in Green Bay. The spread is 1. The Vikings are favored by a point. So you go ahead and select which you'd like.
Let's do Vikings blue.
Okay.
Packers red.
Yep, and then fate will decide from there.
Yes, it will.
Good luck. There's a lot of mix-ups going on, but hey, the data doesn't lie. It's Green Bay. The cheeseheads are gonna roll. Packers, take it for what it is.
You don't argue with this right here.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Appreciate you sticking around for the best part of this 50-minute show. We're the interns. Cue that outro music.
And follow us.